Hello and welcome to Sacred State Oracle. I'm doing weekly pick a card general readings to receive intuitive messages for you. Feel free to pause the video to tune in and see which card calls to you. It's a general reading, so take what resonates. And remember, no card reading should dictate your life. Always trust your own intuition and use common sense. If you find this readings helpful, feel free to like the video, subscribe, and click the bell so you know when a new one is up. Your support means a lot and helps the space grow. With that being said, I'm so glad you're here. Let's dive in. Hello, deck number one. Welcome to this week pick a card general reading. I am so excited to do this reading for you. I finally am done moving and I started unpacking at my new place, and I'm hopefully with no further interruption, but we don't know, life is going to be happening. But I'm going to do my best to continue recording videos for you weekly. So thank you for being here today. When I was meditating about the questions for the week, the subjects of self-love and self-nurture were brought forward. I do not know really how to form a question besides maybe tapping into and seeing what might be standing in the way of seeing yourself as worthy of your own love. What might be Spirit suggesting for you to address or pay attention to. But generally speaking, it seems like what it wants to bring forward for you for this week is the subjects, as I said, of self-love and self-nurture, which makes sense based on what's going on in the world right now and in like personal lives. Many people are going through a lot, and so let's do this. Okay, let's flip the card and see what's going to show up. New life. Hey, that's me. Moving to a new place. Let's tap in and see what kind of information is going to come through for you. Deck number one. So the card number is 39, and right away I hear that some of you might just celebrated their birthdays. So maybe you are a Virgo or you're a Libra, right? So happy birthday. So that new life was with the birthday felt like you're stepping into the new year of your life, and it's worth celebration, even though sometimes maybe we don't feel like celebrating our own birthdays, but it is a reason to celebrate. For others, I feel that there was a lot of endings, a lot of shifting of different things in your life, and then it's like the cycle was closing, that eclipse tunnel intensified and kind of help to push it to completion, help to push things out of your way. It was like this organized chaos in a way, what it feels like when things felt like they're falling apart, and in the end it creates space for new things to build up. And for whatever reason, I am seeing Legos. If you ever played or your kids played and you play with them, or blocks, and kids do enjoy breaking it. So if you were putting something together with them and then it was finished and then they just knocked it over and made all that noise, it became like a bit of a chaos crumbling down. And what do? They laugh, they have fun with it, and then you start building again. And that is the point of completion, even though it might have not felt gentle. Like the cycle is closing, so new energies are ushering in, they're coming in, and now I'm seeing this meadow, the sun rising, the quietness of it, it's just beautiful and peaceful, and it's like invitation to be open to the wisdom of that divine higher power that orchestrates everything around us. And honestly, that's what I've been also been working the past, I want to say, month, to surrender and trust to that higher power, and reminding myself that all those things in nature don't hurry just because, you know. And then I am repeating what I've been listening in, like more of the inspirational YouTube videos from well-known spiritual speakers of the past, that, you know, like just because, what do you call them? Sorry, I forgot the name. Just because, oh my gosh, I can't think of the name of the, what is it before it becomes butterfly? I forgot, I'm sorry. They don't, just because they want to become butterfly sooner, it doesn't mean that they're gonna be butterfly. Just because they really, really, really want it, and they like, oh, I wish I was butterfly tomorrow. It doesn't happen, right? Just because the acorn sitting there in the dark soil, and wishing to be a big oak tree, it's not going to happen just because it wishes for it. The same thing with you wanting a child. You know, it takes time. So that is like the message for you, deck number one, is everything is in divine timing. Everything has its own rhythm. There are seasons for things. And now the energies that are coming in is for something new, for that new life. And you like waking up, and then like this figure there, like a little fairy coming out of an egg, you're waking up, you're stretching, you're welcoming it. So allow it for it to happen. Allow yourself to receive. Be open to what's coming. Be curious to what's coming. Imagine that you don't know anything what happened the day before. This is a brand new day. You open your eyes. Listen to yourself. What do you want to do? Where is your soul calling you? Okay? That is what I'm receiving with this card for you, deck number one. Caterpillar. That's what it was. Caterpillar. Oh my gosh, I could not believe I forgot that word. It was not coming to me. See, just because I want that word to be in there, it's not going to come until it's time. So, but I'm glad I remembered it. What else? Deck number one needs to know, Spirit, about self-love, about nurturing themselves. You got two cards. Trust and adventure. Oh my gosh. Look at all this. Let's see. Apologize for my nails. They're not done. But I'm not here for pretty things. I'm here for the messages, okay? So the card number one says leap of faith, fidelity, honest, assessment, secrets, commitment, and loyalty. So the new life that is coming might have been, okay, two different energies I received. Either you're opening up to welcoming this new commitment, you're welcoming new loyalty, you trusting that this type of relationship will lead to better things. Or for others, it's the opposite. It's that you had to part, and that is the part of your past. Past. So then the new life is opening to something new, okay? And you still have to have that leap of faith in the new day unfolding in front of you, that it's not going to repeat the same story unless you're stuck in that story, and unless you need to repeat that lesson. There is this invitation of letting go. Imagine, I know that's kind of hard, but imagine that the story of the past, if you had to go through the breakup, was a book that you just read. Like stepping away from being so immersed in it, and you've read that book and you felt those feelings, the heartbreak, the betrayal, the grief of things not becoming what you wish they were. And now you close that book, you're done. You're like, whoa, that author really went in with all those plot twists and, you know, heart-wrenching things. But you close it, okay? And then you're like, okay, time to go to the library and get another book. I don't know why this is coming through this way, but I have to stay true to what I'm receiving for you guys. Now, how to amplify that energy of a new life? Adventure. Adventure. Exciting times ahead. New opportunities. Spiritual quest. World travel. Excursion. Do you see how she's waking up and here like this figure opening up their hands even more, their arms even more. Hello, new day. Hello, new life. I'm ready for this adventure. I am standing there with my arms up, open, right? Remember how I was talking about receiving that new energy, allowing it to come. You're not forcing it, you're not chasing it, you're not running after that energy and being, come to my life, make it more exciting. It's coming. Accept it, like open, allow it to come. These new energies, these new opportunities. Don't look in the past, okay? I mean, again, like imagine you just woke up to this new life. You don't know what was yesterday, how you would act. There is an invitation to really tune in to the small steps, not a big one even, like the small step after step after step. Oh, I just want to make this different tea this morning. Okay. Or I feel like, you know what would be cool? Check that new coffee place I've never been to. I'm going to just walk there or drive there and get myself a new cup of coffee. And maybe I'll try something else. Maybe I try a different flavor. Let's go, you know? Or I'm going to stop or take a different route. This is like the things that if you want something new, you have to change what you've always been doing. And the energy I receive for you guys, if you want it to be new, you need to be listening to what your soul is craving, what is you that inner wisdom is guiding you to, okay? And it will be more clear in the sense of that excitement and more like uplifting energy, more of the pull, not like, oh fine, I'm gonna do that. No, don't do that. Don't just listen to my words, listen to yourself. What is that exciting thing? Wake up and do it. This is your life. Call it an adventure. Be open to it. So that is the message of self-love for you, deck number 1, of allowing for yourself to have a new life and trust that it's going to be unfolding for you, for what you need to grow, to enjoy, to even like move across the world to a different place physically. Okay, the different commitment. Make the commitment to yourself, to what you're building in this new life. Whoa, cool. I enjoyed doing this reading for you, deck number 1. Feel free to leave a comment. Share your new steps, new commitment to yourself, your commitment to this new life, this opportunity to start anew. Those types come in our lives. There's always endings and beginnings, but this feels big. This feels new. This feels fresh. This feels like exciting. So I am super excited for you, deck number 1. Close that book. Put it away. Return it to the library. You're done. Start a new one. Alright? We'll talk next week. Bye. Hello, deck number 2. Welcome to this week Pick a Card general reading. I'm so excited you're here, and I'm excited to do this reading for you. I finally moved and starting to settle in my new place. So hopefully there's not going to be more interruptions with the weekly card readings, because I do truly enjoy delivering these messages from Spirit to you, okay? Really enjoying tapping into this communication. So thank you for tuning in. When I was meditating about the questions for the week ahead, these themes of self-love, self-nurture are coming through. So today we're going to be tapping into what may be standing in the way of you truly seeing your own beauty and self-worth. What might be helpful for you to focus on to nurture that self-love. And I don't know what else might come through. Let's find out. Let's flip this card and see what shows up. Okay. No place like home. Interesting. Okay. No place like home. There's a little bit of sadness. Not gonna lie, right away it was, once I turned the card over, there is a little bit of sadness. Almost like you lost your home, or you lost the sense of belonging, or you lost the sense of what home is. And it's hard, and it's sad, and you're grieving for the feeling of feeling like you're home, like you belong. This is it. This is the place. And honestly, totally understand, because I just moved myself, and I still feel I'm that in the search of my own place. But it all starts from within, where before, like when I was looking for a place and I couldn't find it, and I would go and it just didn't feel good or right, or there's other different things, I started at my own place start practicing things like, what would make right now make me feel like I'm at home? What can I do to create this feeling of coziness and feeling of being just in this comfortable and safe space wherever I was? Is it, something physically that I can surround myself with? Is it more of energetically I can surround myself with? Is it like a thought, belief that I need to address? So I was doing a lot of work like that. And I feel that could be helpful for you, deck number 2, with returning back to that feeling of home. But for some of you, I just heard, do not rush the process. If you were the one who lost your home, and my heart goes out to you, because it's a hard process. From my personal life, the home that I shared with my ex-partner, I found that home for us, and I honestly thought we would grow old in it, and it would be our retirement home, right? But then when it was time to split, I couldn't stay in this home because I couldn't support the bills to take care of the home, and I also didn't want to stay someplace where I put so much love and effort into, and then the family was no more. So it was really, really hard, and I went through this grieving process of saying goodbye to home. And if you're going through that, then don't rush the process. It's something that will be okay in time. And I know a lot of times we grieve the memories of what we created in that home, right? If you had a family yourself and you had to go through divorce, if you lost loved one, and then you can share this space with them. So that is not something you want to bypass, okay? This is not the feelings you want to repress. That is something that you want to give space and love and grace. But the invitation is to, when it comes to the subjects of self-love and self-nurture, is turning inward and really kind of opening yourself up to find what does feel like home within you. Okay? Yeah, I want to kind of move a little bit more from this message and see what kind of other messages we can receive from the spirit. Whew. Okay, hold on. Let's see what deck number 1 can do to help themselves through the situation. Oops, sorry. What else do they need to know about self-love, self-nurture, peace? finding that space for quietness. That would be helpful for them, Spirit. That is perfect. We are nature. I love this deck and I love this card. I just recently received the same message from this deck. It says, becoming grounded, embodiment, living in connection. So for you guys, because it seems like you're going through something difficult, what can help you to process it is to be more in nature, in the light, close to trees, close to bodies of water. Walking in a stream of water, like a creek, like a moving water, really helps with grieving process. If you have an opportunity to do so, I would say please go. You'll be feeling better when you do that. But if you don't have opportunity to go to the bodies of water, you can be outside next to the trees, next to the nature, next to the, maybe in a park with the lake where there are birds, and just, you don't have to do anything specifically, but just submerge yourself in the nature and walk around and go on a hike, or if you're in places where you're lucky enough to see the change of leaves, oh my god, I'm jealous. Enjoy that. Just let yourself be and walk through things. That will help you to ground your energy. If you have forests around you, there studies are done on how beneficial it is for our nervous system to do what they call forest bathing. You can look into it, and finding that the whole earth is your home. Okay? This is what I'm getting for you. The whole earth is home. And allowing it to settle into your heart. And knowing that you belong. But yeah, I feel like being in the nature, kind of surrendering through this process. Again, do not bypass it. Do not try to come up with the positive thinking, but just surrendering to the process and allowing it to unfold and process it will be beneficial for you when you surround yourself with nature. Okay, is that interesting? For some of you, I just heard, maybe go to the store and buy yourself a new plant. Even if you didn't have a plant before, you can go and try it out. Buy yourself a little home plant and start taking care of it. There's something healing in giving that love and energy to a living being. Of course, it's not the same as having a cat or a dog, but there's something healing about working with the plant and their medicine and their energy. Okay, interesting. Thank you. What else deck number 2 needs to know about self-love? Oh yeah, okay, so giving to that plant is another way of receiving. Okay, thank you. Let's see what else. I have like 4 decks here, so I'm trying to tune in to see which one is going to be more beneficial for you for the message, for the next message. Nothing really pulling me in. That's interesting. Usually it's like so clear. Spirit, what else do they need to know? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do the same deck. I don't know. Feels like gentle love is needed for you. Deck number 2. Okay. What else do they need to know? Oh, wow. Sophia, divine plan, wisdom, intelligence within, destiny. Sophia is, I've been learning about it myself recently, but in ancient Greece she was a, I believe, I might be mistaken, but because I just started reading about recently. If I'm remembering correctly, she was a goddess of wisdom. And so this card talks about trusting the flow and seasons of life, trusting that there is divine power that orchestrates everything, and everything happens in time it kind of meant to happen. And it's interesting because it's similar to the deck number 1. Similar themes are coming through, in the sense that in the first reading I talked about how just because caterpillar wants to be a butterfly, it's not going to happen the next day. Just because you want to have a child, and even if you got pregnant, it's not going to happen the next day, right? There is this time that it's going to take place, and you cannot hurry it. And so more you fight it, more you stomp around, more you try to control it, more resistance there is, more like harder it is to, it's almost like what they like to say, you're swimming against the current. It just gonna cause burnout fast for you, okay? And so there's a beauty in this dance. And so instead of like swimming against the current, you can be dancing with the flow of life. Oh my god, I think my AC kicked in right now and it's making this awful noise. Hold on. Okay, it disappeared. Okay, good. Thank you. Hopefully it does not make too much noise for you, but I'm talking about the cosmic dance with your life, okay? And maybe if you go into the nature and you see how things are connected, you can tap more into the trust of that divine wisdom, the intelligence, and also trusting that you do have that intelligence within you, because you are part of it all. And your intellectual mind might step in and try to analyze and tell you, no, you don't know this or you don't know that, and da 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 da. But it has a different data. It has a data that it absorbed and gathered through this life. It does not have access, your mind doesn't have an access to what you can perceive spiritually, what you know spiritually, to who you are as an energy, okay? So if you're able to tap into more of that philosophy, that knowing, that connection, then moving through this period of time will be more with ease. It's still gonna be real and at times heavy, but when you know that this is just a part of the divine, and you're open to process it, and you're open to learn from it, and you're open to accept it and surrender, there's different energy underneath it. So for you, it feels more of like that stillness, going within, going out in the nature, even by yourself, and cultivating more trust in the way things are unfolding for you. And that is how you can love yourself, knowing that it wasn't even necessarily something that you did, or you contributed to. Maybe it's just a part of the plan. The universe lovingly pushes us to grow and might not feel like the easy things, but that's how we grow, and it's for benefits, our own benefits, right? So this is how you can nurture yourself, with being out in the nature nurture, right? That's like allowing it to flow through you, the feelings, journal maybe, and know that you are home, and see how you can make yourself feel like you belong, like going deeper within. In that sense, find a home within yourself is what I'm trying to spit out, I guess. Thank you for tuning in this week. Deck number 2. It was a pleasure to do this reading for you, and sending you lots of love and hugs. I'll talk next week. Hello, deck number 3. Welcome to this week Pick a Card general reading. I am so happy you're here, and I'm excited to do this reading for you. So thank you for tuning in. I finally moved, so hopefully there's going to be no more interruptions with card readings. I really am trying to produce one reading a week for you guys, and I truly enjoy doing it and tapping into the wisdom and energies that come through. And I am learning about things and reminded about things when I do these readings as well. So when I was meditating prior to this, prior to doing these readings, I was asking Spirit what the collective needs to hear, and the themes of self-love and self-nurture are coming through. And so this week we're gonna kind of see what may be standing in front of you that blocking your ability to see your own self-worth, being able to tap into self-love and seeing yourself through the loving eyes, and therefore finding a way to nurture yourself. You nurture your body, nurture your spirit. So let's just see what's gonna show up for you. Okay. All right. Deck number 3. You've got round and round. Okay. I don't know why I said it that way. Okay. I mean, this whole reading is about cycles. It's all about beginning and ending. And it's all about this expansion and having this cyclical nature to things. When we start and we end, and then something else starts and something else ends. But when this process is happening, it's happening like this spiral that you can see in the card. And so therefore it expands. It goes outward. Is that the word? It's going, out, and growing and expanding through all the experiences. And sorry if you can hear this AC blowing. I'm in Arizona. We still, I believe, have close to 100 degrees today. So I apologize for the fan and the noise. But what else? Some of you are able to understand, and you have that inner knowing that whatever you're going through is just another season. It's just another spiral, another like that turn. Just like inner knowing that coming out of your, I want to say, the word conscious comes to mind, that you just know, and so you're more at peace when that happens, because everything is temporary. And then I feel like you know that, and that gives you more peace, and that gives you more slowing down and not fighting, not putting energy into something that's not gonna maybe change, or it's like you're stepping away from your own story, of the story of your own country, or the story of your own community, or the story of your own, or the world, I don't know. And you're able to see the bigger picture of things. And again, like, I feel a lot of knowledge and peace. Like you have that for your deck number 3. So that's cool. What else? It's almost like you are daydreaming through things. You feel like you are watching something unfolding, almost like you're watching, like almost like it's not real, like a dream. There's like this daydream stage. Or maybe you're so going inward right now that you're spending more time on that daydreaming. But that round and round card is actually, I believe, different meaning in the deck, but intuitively I receive that cyclical nature of things. Beginning, the end, beginning and end, beginning and end. So you might be closing another cycle, like most of us, it seems like. And actually, first and second reading were about that theme of ending and beginning. So it wouldn't surprise me that you are feeling the same. And 25 is the number there. It's the number of the year. We're going through things, 2025, right? So it might be like even bigger endings for you, bigger cycles, right? Where it's not a cycle of a month or two or even 1 year. It could be a cycle ending of 10 years, of 9 years, something bigger. But yet I feel like you came to the understanding of, okay, that's what it is, and you're not struggling anymore. You're not desperate or hopeless. Okay. Wow. What else, Spirit? What else deck number 3 needs to know about self-love, self-nurture? Why am I hearing the word hibernating? It's almost like you went hibernating, and maybe that's the act of self-love right now for you. That you literally like turn off the news, uninstall social media apps from your phone, and literally just like submerge yourself for in a different environment. That way you limited access to yourself and your peace. Okay. But you will need to wake up, for what I just heard. You will need eventually to wake up from your hibernation after you restored your energies, right? And found that peace from within. Then you're ready to go back. Okay. Let's see what else. What else deck number 3 needs to know? Oh. I just need 1 card, please. I flew all the way to the floor. Unfinished symphony. Okay. So it feels to me that though it says unfinished symphony, it's the energy of the past or near completion. So it's not like the whole, like you just sat down in front of your piano, whatever, and start writing it. It's not even that it's half done. It's basically almost all done. You are in the finishing process, most of you. I mean, like I just felt when I said it that maybe some of you a little bit away from finishing, but majority, I feel like the energy is ending, things are closing, and if you're able to complete something in your life, a lesson, a karmic tie, then what's next is like up level into the new development, into the new. It's almost like you finish a level of the game, like you finished your last quest, and then some kind of nice music plays that shows that you just got into the next level. I don't know why that coming through this way, but that's kind of what I'm feeling, that you're so close to finish it. And again, like it feels like finish it, put it away, you're done with this. So that's another cycle, that's another completion of things. And 10 is like completion, the number of being done. Okay, done and over with. You're not playing the same melody in your life. You're not, yeah. So that for you, the invitation, if there's something hanging still and you feel it, just go and finish it. Go finish it. Be done with it. Okay? The words that you need to say, I don't know. It's not giving me more. But I feel like you would know intuitively what it is. I feel like it will come to you. That is it. A lot of spiritual energy too. I feel like that throat energy that's blue, and a higher chakras. A lot of air energy, right? Like it's very airy, very moving. All right, what else? What else for you, deck number 3? Okay. What else can you do? To move through this, or what's coming for you once you're ready to come out from your hibernation? Or maybe another lesson that you need to pay attention to. What can help you return to self-love? Alright, give me one card. Oh, didn't even finish the sentence. I was like, give me one card, and it came. Okay, well, everything about the timing this week. Everything is about timing. Here and now. Just be in the here and now. They're all flying. I'm telling you. You're like in a different world. Like someone the cosmic, I don't know. But this is wow. Okay. There's a past, there's a future. I'm telling you, all those things we were talking about, like here and now card is all about being present, about focusing and grounding yourself in the present, but you're all like flying somewhere else on those eggs. Deck number 3, what's going on? What are you doing? I feel like we need to ground you a little bit. You're someplace else. You're in your own world. What do they need to know, Spirit? Sorry, I got distracted and blown away by those messages and cards, like seeing it, being out there. It's like just funny to me when this happens. It feels to me that you being a little bit stubborn is the word, right? You want to be in this detached state from, seeing the world from your own like very wise perspective. It's what we talked about earlier. But in a way is that there might be an energy of not wanting to participate in the earthly experience that you sign up for. Does that make sense? Like you do not want to participate in it, but the point of living on earth is that to embody your spiritual knowledge, to embody all that I feel like but through the earthly experience, can you stay loving when things are chaotic? Can you stay, whatever it might be? I don't know. I'm not getting anything specific, but just a sense of, I guess, like there's an invitation for you, deck number 3, is to come down a little bit, because you're up there in your different world. You're not touching the ground. You know what I mean? And once you go through your hibernation, the invitation, I feel like, is to not to be as much as an observer anymore, which is okay, but also to not deny yourself the experience of Earth's life, because that's the part of the school, that's the part of the being here, is living, like truly living and having those experiences, and not being in a way of detaching yourself from it through maybe some kind of spiritual practices. I hope that makes sense, deck number 3. But I really, really enjoy tapping into these energies and seeing those cards showing up for you. Just very, very airy, which again, nothing's wrong with it, but there's time and place for things, and yeah, it feels like it's called to be present in the now as well. Okay, whenever you're ready. All right, I think I'm gonna close on this. It was nice talking to you guys, and I'll see you next week. Take care.